to you so I can be close to you. It's really simple if you look at it that way. Time that we get by with money we don't know. Pockets empty but hearts are full anyway. Hey. Playing like children and love like orange. You were too good for me, but I wanted you anyway. I always loved you over my head, even when you lived alone to make your parents mad. Say goodbye to your old life, turn the page, fall on my bed. I don't care if loving you over my head. You talk to me like breeze, running free, beautiful images everywhere. Yeah. You take a picture of us kissing in cars, it makes my day 10 times better. Yeah. Playing like children and love like orange. You were too good for me, but I wanted you anyway. I always loved you over my head, even when you lived alone to make your parents mad. Say goodbye to your old life, turn the page, fall on my bed. I don't care if loving you over my head.
Hey my lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, hi, my name is GoWhite, but you can also call me Willeke, and it's been a while since I filmed a video. I basically had to take a little bit of a break from YouTube just because I had exams, I had a group project, I had so many stuff to do, but now I'm back and I'll be filming fully as a regular schedule. I'm also going to change my schedule. I'm going to upload Snow Escape every Tuesday from now on. Also, Thursday will be like in any video. You can suggest videos. It will be a cast video, a build video, some stranger alien, which we've recently started again. And on Saturday, there will be an episode of Lexi Challenge. If I do anything related to Lexi Challenge, like for example, building up a new crest, there will be an extra episode on Saturday as well. So that will be the schedule from now on. I hope you guys like it. But we're here, we're back with Eco Lifestyle. I hope you like the little bit of machinima that I did at the beginning of this episode. And that's basically to show that there has been a lot of changes in the lives of these guys. We're on episode 25, as you could see from the title. This will be the final episode in this series. And I just wanted to create like this little machinima thing where you could see that their life was changing. They had like different things. They were growing up, making a family, starting something new. So we're here with Nia in a brand new home. You can definitely see that there have been some changes to the family. But let's just start with Nia. Nia, she did reach level 10 of the Civic Planner career, so she's now on level 10. She maxed her logic skill to level 10 as well. We're still working on charisma just so she can get another promotion. But besides that, she reached a gardening level 10, and everything else she's been like working on handiness, like having fun with her family. She's just been taking really good care of her family. So right now she's also having the big happy family aspiration. She wants to be a parent to a child with 3 friends, be friends with 3 of her children, well, she's friends with 2 of them, and have a child get married. So also, I'm not going to share the relationships just yet because I don't want to give you any spoiler. She has her traits. She now has the influential individual from completing the Eco Innovator aspiration. She has the champion of the people for reaching the civic planner part of the civil design career. She is a collector, she's domestic, she is a nurturer, which I definitely think that she wasn't at the start of this series, but due to me having to re-update Slice of Life a couple of times, this probably has changed. She's still a hot-headed green fiend who is also loving recycling. She still loves to do like the ego part and like make everybody like live green and live happy. But more so now she's focusing on having time with her family, like spending some love with her family. She also lives the sedentary she has a sedentary lifestyle, which happened from her playing a lot of chess with Aiden. I do think that it's not really fitting her. Do think that she's a lot more active, that she performs like high active activities a lot more often, just because she is really active when it comes to like the green lifestyle. I definitely don't think that she's like into lounging. She has like been gardening so many times, so that's why I don't think so. Also, she and Aiden, they have 4 kids in total. So when they got their first child, it was a miscarriage throughout the series, and then after they had the wedding, I showed you guys that she was pregnant during the wedding, and that resulted in their little girlie over here. Then during the machinima, you saw that she got pregnant again, but that one resulted in another miscarriage, which was Emmanuel. And then she and Aiden, they took a while to like figure out like, okay, we have like had 2 miscarriages. The chance of having another one is really high. Do we want to try having another baby and give our little girlie, who is very healthy and very happy, a little sibling, or do we just not try it and save ourselves the loss? But they'd end up trying one more time, and they did get a little son too. But just a little bit more about Aiden first. So Aiden, he's like chilling over here. He's just having a fun time. Going to lower the walls real quick as well, so you can see a little bit of the home, because we did move to a new home in Brindleton Bay. If you guys remember this home, I did a video on it during Spam Week, so you guys can probably see it. I will link it in the top right corner for you guys to watch. So Aiden, his traits didn't really change. He has been also living the family life, staying with his family a lot of times because they don't have to work much. Like both of them, they only have like to work 2, 3, or 4 days. He actually has to go to work. Um, but oh no, I think I took a day off for him. But he's been on level 10 of the education career, so he's now a professor. He also did like really well with his traits too, or his like skills. He reached level 10 in research and debate. He's level 9 in logic, and charisma has also not been doing too bad. He also started gardening, so he's been gardening a lot with Nia. That's something that they do together as well. And he got a guitar from his little sister, Jamie. She came over and gave him a homemade guitar, which you can see over here. And that's something that he was like really happy with, that she made it for him. So even though he wasn't really thinking about starting guitar lessons, he decided to do it. And he's not level 5. He's not doing too bad, which is really nice. And all with all, like he's just been living the very happy husband life with Nia. They both are people person right now. They both have like a pretty nice reputation. They love having like friends over and family, and they just spend a lot of time with people just to have some fun. So now we go into their oldest daughter. This is Zari. She is like such a sweet girl. She recently aged up into a kid, and I have like the lifespan all along, so I had to age up each child a little bit earlier. So sometimes like her traits and her aspirations or like her character values, they're not like what they're supposed to be just because I aged them up a bit earlier. But she's a bookworm. She was a happy toddler from having like all level 3 toddler skills. She did pretty well in her skills. Like she was an inquisitive child, a toddler as a little baby. So she was like always going around asking people what's that and trying to learn, and she just loved learning, and that's what you can still see with her right now. She has the mental aspiration. She wants to be a whiz kid, and she just goes like automatically on her own. She goes over to the chess table and starts playing, and she's just like her mom. I'm sorry if you hear my chair squeaking. I just have to sit a little bit differently. But she's just like her mom, always thinking, always like playing chess, laughing, like the gardening. She's really like her mom's daughter. Also, she is has the thinker personality type, meaning that she's like an innovative inventor with an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, and that's definitely something that she is. She loves reading, art, and cultural events, chess and other strategy games, or writing, taking classes, working with computers, backpacking, hiking, and meditation. So I definitely see her growing up as like a really smart girl, maybe entering the science career, where she does like a lot of gardening. And I just see her like as one of the smartest kids in class. Her character value is like she doesn't have the greatest responsibility because she had to miss a couple of classes from kindergarten. But her emotional control and everything else, they're not too bad. And for her skills right now, she's creativity level 1, mental level 3, motor level 1, and social level 2. She is also a little bit of a social butterfly. She does love talking to her aunt and her uncles and to Daniel and his like his little relationship and family, which you will see later in this episode. And then we go into the final kid of the family. This is Devante. He has just recently aged up into a little child, and I don't know why his mental is actually. Oh no, I do. Wait, why do you have like mental level 3? Oh, never mind. We're going to Devante. So he has communication level 2 and a movement level 2. He's a little bit of a wild child. He loves to like just walk around and run and everything. He also recently aged up into a baby a toddler, and he definitely is friends with Dahlia. So I'm going to talk a little bit later about Dahlia. But real quick, he's just like he loves communicating with people. He loves talking to people, just like his little sister. He also loves to walk around and just like see what he can do. And he is a wild child for everything else because he just aged up. There's not really much to talk about with him, but he's definitely like a little boy and a little cutesy boy. And I do think that we're going to go over with this family to Daniel and his place a little bit later on, or that we are at least going to invite him over. Because for right now, he doesn't know any of his family members. He only knows like his direct household. But I do want to make sure that he knows Daniel and Daniel's family. I do want to also make sure that he knows DeAndre and Jamie and Dante, just to make sure that he knows like all of his family. And then the little puppy that we have over here, this is Dahlia. She was adopted by Aiden and Nia from a shelter. Dahlia is a rescue puppy. She wasn't like she hadn't had the greatest life. She was living on the streets, and Nia and Aiden, they just knew that they had to adopt a puppy. They had to have like something of somebody for their kids to grow up responsible with. So they adopted Dahlia, and Dahlia, she is active, vocal, and playful. She's a female. She's also not I think it's neuterized. That's the right word. But she's able to get puppies, so maybe in the future she will have some puppies of her own. But she just fit right into the family. Like loves running around. She loves playing with everybody. With Zari, she also has been playing a lot. So Zari, they definitely have like a good relationship. I did change her traits from being aggressive and jumpy because she is I think it's a Welsh Cocker Spaniel. That's her breed, and they don't tend to be like aggressive type of like dogs. They tend to be like really playful, really loyal, and also they tend to be like a little bit more vocal and active. So I made her like those traits instead of what she had previously, because previously she was jumpy, playful, and aggressive, and it didn't really match like the playful and the aggressive one. But I did have like I don't know what's happening here, so there's a little bit of a glitch with between Dahlia and a little Zari, but it's fine. And that's basically it about like this part of the family. They've just been living the family life, having fun. Like Nia, she has picked up Henniness just to make sure that everything is green. They've definitely been trying to make everything green around the neighborhood. And as you can see, they live in the gorgeous, gorgeous lot in Brindleton Bay. They have like a nice harbor outside, some water. Live in like a little bit of a foresty area. I also think that at one point they probably will be adopting a stray cat too. I kind of imagine Zari walking around the neighborhood, seeing like a stray cat and just taking it home. I definitely do think that she's like the type of girl who probably would do it. Just because she's so much like her mom. And I love this house for them. I feel like it just really fits them. There's like a lot of solar panels and it definitely is like a little bit of an eco farm. They have a lot more space for the family. I'm not saying this will be their forever home. I do think that maybe they will have another child in the future if they don't get a miscarriage. But I do think that at maybe one point in the future they will definitely keep growing their home and their household and maybe even move to a different place, a bigger lot in Brindleton Bay. But I do think that Brindleton Bay is definitely the place where they will find their like forever home. And I love like how their garden is growing and everything. Like I just love this household so much, and I've been having so much fun playing them with off camera. So I'll definitely think I will be continuing playing with them. But let's just get right over into Daniel's family and show a little bit more about what has happened to him in his life. So we're now at the household of Daniel, and as you can see in the background, there is a little picture of someone else. So as you guys remember, Daniel is pansexual, so he doesn't feel like an attraction to any gender specifically. He just feels an attraction to personalities. And he's had like some things in life too, so we'll discuss later about his relationship. But he has achieved his aspiration, which was the other one related to eco lifestyle. I'm just looking real quick which one it was in his traits. It was the master maker aspiration. He completed it. He After that he decided to move out of the household that he was living in with Nia and Aiyden, and just decided to go for something that was just his own and his own thing. So he decided to move to the city. It's a different apartment than this one, but we're going to talk about that a little bit more as well. He started his own like store, his own atelier. He does some like classes over there where he teaches people how to paint. He sells his own paintings. He sells his crafts, like everything that he basically makes, he sells in the store. And he's been loving the life of like having his own store, being creative. He still is a freelance artist. He still has like his job as like a freelance crafter, but it's more like a side thing. He really just focuses more on his shop, so that's basically where you can find him almost every single day. And right now he is the painter extraordinaire. For his skills, he reached level 10 of painting, I think already in the series, but otherwise he reached it after. He also reached level 10 of fabrication. He's almost level 10 of Henniness. He's currently level 9. Juice fizzing he hasn't really done much about, but he's level 2 right now. And then for cooking, he's level 7. And for gourmet cooking, which he's been doing a lot more, it's level 6. He's definitely the cook of the house. And he's just been living like his own life. He did like a little bit of painting and just working on his store for a while, but then one day Dill came walking in, and Dill he just moved into the city. He was looking for like something for his home, a nice painting. He didn't know anybody in the city, so he decided to ask Daniel to just hang out because they had like this connection that they just didn't know, but there was something. So Dill he asked Daniel to go out, have fun sometime, and it actually turned into a date. They had like this connection that they just couldn't explain. Then Dill he is cheerful, creative, and clumsy. He's also a jester, innocent, a counselor, and domestic. He does have the same aspiration as Nia, which is a big, happy family one. And he's a writer as well. So he does like have the writer career. He's an author. He did write a couple of books, but not many. And he just had like this connection. So they started dating for a while, and then they turned into living together. So they started living together, and now they have a little happy family. They're not married at the moment. They're just boyfriend and boyfriend. Daniel is, as I said, pansexual, but Dale is homosexual, so he just is attracted to men. And he has level 8 in writing, level 7 in baking, level 5 in cooking, level 4 in logic, and then the rest of his traits, they're not really that high. And it's just really like, I love these two so much. They're so cute together. They just have this like thing, this connection that I just don't know how to explain. Daniel does, I think, have a little what's it called? Sentiment with Dale. So let me see if I can open their sim profile. Yeah, he perceived Dale as attractive, and he did have at one point the opposite attract sentiment for the two of them. But he definitely thinks that, like Dale, he's like one of the most attractive persons he has ever seen. Then for... Okay, we don't see it for Daniel, unfortunately. But Daniel has also been receiving some fame with his store. Like, he's been definitely getting more and more fame. And at one point, they decided to adopt a little girl together called Kaylee. So she's called Kaylee Peterson Brooks. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit the home name there, so it's now Brooke, but it is Kaylee Peterson Brooks. And she has like a good relationship with everybody. Also, Dale, he's been like getting to know the family, so he knows Eliza. He's actually has a good relationship with his mother-in-law. He also has like really good relationship with Nia, Aiyden, and Zari. They don't know Devontae yet, but that's because he just aged up from being a baby. And they just love like having their little daughter. I don't think they have been really discussing having more family members yet. They just had like Zari for a year now, and they just love living with her. Also don't know if they will be moving out of this apartment really soon, but I think like for now the apartment is really nice looking. I decorated this like into Dale's style. I feel like this is Dale's apartment, and Daniel started living in there because I had a lot more space. But then Daniel, he just decided to like spice it up by adding like some of the things that he made, especially for Dale, like some of the things he gave to Dale specifically, like this candle, which is a rose candle, which is to show his love. And they're just like such cuties. So let's go into the other cutie over here. This is Kaylee, and Kaylee, she is currently very angry because she's tired. I don't know why she doesn't know Nia and Aiyden, because she definitely should. But she's a little charmer. She definitely knows how to like wound people around her like a little finger. She definitely like knows how to like get everybody to fall in love with her. She has imagination level 3. She definitely is a little bit of a creative girl, loving to play with like the little dollhouse. And you can also see from like the child room, she's definitely like their little princess. She also has communication level 1, movement level 1, and potty level 1. And you can see like she doesn't have like the... Oh, where am I going? She doesn't have like the regular skin that you would usually see. She has a beautiful skin, which is a Fatilico skin. And although she's looking very angry right now, like she is just a gorgeous little girly. She has the Fatilico spots all over. I can't really do the movement right now. It's difficult in apartments. But she has like Fatilico spots all over her body, and I think it just really suits her. Like I never had a sim with Fatilico, and I just love it on her. But she's definitely their little princess, and I do feel that Devontae and Kaylee would definitely become great friends. I also do see that although they might not have kids soon, that probably in the future they will have somebody, they will ask somebody for surrogacy, because I do see both Daniel and Dale wanting a biological child of their own. It wouldn't mean that they love like Kaylee less. I definitely think that they would like love each of their child equally, but I do think that both of them, they probably have the wish of having like a biological child. And I do think that we're going to travel around to the little atelier to show you guys. But it's just been like such an amazing family, and I love also playing with like them. Like both all of them, they're just amazing families. Like they have each like their differences. They're each their own person, and that's what I love so much about the series. So like I just know that I will be playing this family off camera. Well, like both families, I definitely want to see like how the little toddlers will turn out and how Zari will turn out. And maybe one day in the future I will be doing like an update on the family, see how each child will turn out, see if they have like more kids. But they've been living like in the fashion district in basically the city. When Daniel initially moved to the city, he started living in the arts quarter. He lived like somewhere over, I think he lived over here with like the great soil and the natural light. And he had his like atelier here in the spice market. So why don't we just visit it and show it, and I will explain everything about the atelier over there. So here we are at the store, and this is basically Daniel's atelier, and I love this lot so much. This is a lot by Cross Design, who is the sister of Praline Sims, and they basically share this lot under one account called Praline Sims. But I love this lot. I basically added a little bit of my own touch to it to just make it a little bit more what I think Daniel would have. But you see like all of his paintings over here. You see like all of his wood crafting, some of his candles, some more wood crafting over here. I don't think I've said... Okay, I do have set that for sale. Also, he does sell like crafting items. So there's a lot of painting here for... Or painting? Yeah, paint here for sale. Some things over here are for sale. And this is basically where he teaches his like art classes, so people can come here and basically 4 people at a time can follow an art class by him. Then there's also an upstairs area where he does also do some painting. He actually has a painting that he started over here. He can do his woodworking, his candle making, his fabrication. Basically, he can do anything here, and maybe one day he will also be selling some furniture that he makes with the fabricator. And there is also a little laptop right here, or a little computer for Dale. So once Dale comes out of work, he comes over here. Kaylee, she also stays a lot of times here. I haven't added really like toddler stuff, but she definitely hangs out with her dad a lot of times here, and they just like hang out here as a little family. They have like a kitchen and everything, a nice TV area so Katie can watch some TV, and they just have like a nice place where they can just relax while Daniel is selling his stuff down here. And I just love, like as I said, I've loved how this family turned out. I've loved like the story for Daniel. So throughout the series, Daniel, he was just more focusing on being creative, whereas Nia, real quick, she got a love interest, she got Aiyden, and I always felt that Daniel was a little bit left behind. I love Daniel, like he's one of my favorite characters ever. And I just wanted to have for him to have like a nice story, to have like something that definitely would suit his character very well. And him being the dad to Kaylee, him having his own story, I definitely feel that with his story, it's definitely something that just would be my vision for him. So I hope you guys like this. Unfortunately, I don't have time to invite over the guys and have Kaylee and Devontae meet, but probably in the future they will definitely meet and become great friends. I just can already watch them maybe even becoming more than friends at some point, but I definitely do imagine them at least becoming like childhood best friends. So just to end like this finale, I really hope you guys like this series. I hope you guys love like the storylines and the characters and just everything that happens. I really want to thank you for all of your love and support on this series. If you want to see more of them in the future, just through an update like every once in a while, let me know in the comments below. And also, we're just going to have like a little bit of a photo shoot showing all the photos that I've made throughout the series and while I was making the machinima scenes, just to have like a little bit of a throwback on what we started with and how we ended up. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for liking this series. I'll see you guys on Thursday for another video. If you guys like this episode, click that like button down below. Let me know what your favorite moment of this entire series was. And if you guys have subscribed already to the lovely family, make sure you do so you can see more of these videos. And I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye, lovelies.
Standing in the street alone. Her head was down, face locked onto her phone. And I wished I had a number so I could be color unknown. And then I tell her to look into my eyes. eyes and never let it go.